Hey, hey. All right. Today's training is going to give you some really high level insights into the things that we're seeing as an agency, as myself as a consultant to a lot of our clients, and also as a coach and a mentor in the professional service expert space. That includes coaches, consultants, anyone that is the front facing personal brand of their business. These are the things that we are seeing that are working right now. So super excited to share this. I want to start off by talking about experience because that's what a lot of this has to do with. And it's something that I want you to think about this as a consumer and how you buy from brands, from businesses, from products, physical products, even owned businesses. When you are online and you are following someone or you are, signing up for something or you're actually making a purchase. Okay. Creating an experience online is so important right now because there is so much information, right? There's so much content out there. So we are bombarded about 65,000 messages. That includes images per day. Okay. Think about that. So in order for us to, especially on social media, to stop the scroll and to create this experience with those that we want to have see more of our content so that we can make a bigger impact, we can build our business, we can, work with more clients and customers, we can bring them more transformations, we have to actually stop them in their tracks. We need to stop the scroll. We need to disrupt. Okay. And we do that by creating an experience. So that is the basis of today's training. Here's what I am talking about when I talk about experience, right? So I want you to think the experience that you're creating online from your social media profiles, from your content. Do you feel like it's fast food or do you feel like you're giving your audience a fine dining experience? And I'll share the difference. Okay. Also, do you think you're giving them the Walmart experience or the Louis Vuitton experience? Okay. Now, nothing wrong with Walmart. I go there all the time to shop for things that we need for the house, but I think you guys know what I mean, right? So right now, people aren't just buying services or programs or products. They are buying an experience in working with you. One of the things that we value so much when people come in to work with us, for example, our Ignite Your Influence Vault business program, what we value most is the experience that we bring to them. Every time we have a call, the members are like, oh my gosh, Gina, what you just shared with me has taken me 6 months to actually do and implement and execute, right? That's one of the top things that people say to us. And that is the point, right? So I value creating that experience. I value creating the experience that I do inside of here. These are free trainings. This is like free mini coaching for about half an hour. And I love doing this for you all because I know that it is needed. There's a gap in the market right now with mentors and coaches and all this information. And people are just sharing a bunch of crap and not sharing like the actual how-tos, right? So that's what we do inside of here. So just like restaurants, I saw on the news, I was watching the Today Show, I think it was Tuesday morning, and they did a piece on how fast food chains are really hurting in sales right now. But the more casual restaurants, their sales are skyrocketing. You know why? Because they are repackaging how they position the value of their happy hour. And Cheesecake Factory, by the way, does this really well. Okay. They're repositioning how they package their specials, right? Their lunch menu, their dinner menus. And people are finding out that it is costing me more to shop at the grocery store for one night of dinner for 4 than it is to go to Cheesecake Factory and I have leftovers, right? But it's all in the experience and people want to go out to eat. They want to be out, right? And it's not having to cost them more than going to the grocery store because of the experience. They're willing to do that, even though they still have, well, you should tip, but it's all about the experience. And that's what I mean. Like the same thing is happening in these restaurants so that they can survive rising costs and the change of consumer behaviors and habits. And so as consumer behavior is changing and evolving, we as business owners also need to evolve. Buyers today are pickier than ever, right? So they're asking themselves, do I trust you? Do I feel connected to you? Does this experience feel worth it to them? Even our Vault program, which is just $197 a month, it still needs to be worth it to you, right? That's even $6 a day. I mean, okay, so if you love Starbucks, you're gonna maybe sacrifice Starbucks every day. The one cup out of the three that you drink at Starbucks every day. I know people that actually like live at Starbucks, whatever the case may be. So if the answer is anything short of a hell yes, they're gonna move on to someone else. Okay. So what I want to break down with you right now are three specific things that we are seeing right now in the marketplace online that are creating irresistible online experiences for people, that are making people's audience feel like they want to stick around, like you are providing value and you're just not someone who's just trying to push a product on them. Okay. So number one, and I kind of touched on this one, the way that you're packaging the value of what it is that you offer is really important. Okay. So stop serving the fast food version experience of your business. That's going to look very cookie cutter content, very transactional messaging where you're constantly like promoting things and pushing products or generic offers. Think of experience-based marketing. So how do you do this? You show clients, you show your audience what it feels like to work with you through your messaging. You layer in stories, your own personal experience, your micro wins, not just yourself, but also for your clients, because the idea is that we want to make them want more. This is very psychological, and there is an emotional connection attached to marketing that people forget about. And so this is where you want to package your experience into this experience that people want. Like they can't say no to you, right? Or if they have to say no right now for whatever reason, there will come a time that their situation will change. And if you're not doing this consistently, they're going to forget about you and they're going to go to the next person that they see right away. That's creating that connection, right? So delivery is not just delivering information to them, but it's the transformation and the energy that makes your brand unforgettable. Okay. So I'm actually going to give you two examples, and you guys are going to love these because I know inside of this group, we have a lot of direct sellers, right? Network marketers. And then we also have a lot of professional service experts and coaches and consultants. So here's an example of how to package this type of messaging that I'm talking about. Okay. Let's say that you are a network marketer selling supplements. Instead of posting, buy this powder, it's on sale today, right? Or it's this month's featured product is blank. You can show a video of you, like get on video. Yeah, get on video. Oh my gosh. Can you believe that? Like what I'm doing right now, but get on video, or even just in the caption of your video, and it's a picture of you. And you could say something like, every morning I shake this up for 30 seconds. I throw it in my bag and I've got steady energy until lunch. It's the one thing that helps me keep up with my kids' schedule without crashing by 3 p.m. So when you're talking about your thrive, right? And your patch, how about talking about this is the one thing that keeps me going without crashing by 3 p.m. or whatever that is, right? You're not just selling powder. You're not just selling supplements. You're selling the experience of energy, convenience, and confidence. Okay. If you are, let's say, a consultant of some sort or a coach, right? Instead of listing, I help with marketing strategies. So let's say you're like a marketing consultant, for example, or even a business consultant. Instead of listing in your profile or in your about section or in your bio, or even in social media posts, I help with marketing strategy, show the client experience. So you could say something like, my client Beth went from posting random content to having a system that books her 3 to 4 discovery calls every single week. And now she wakes up knowing exactly what to post and where her leads are coming from. That's the difference between feeling scattered and feeling unstoppable. So that's number one. One of the strategies that we're seeing that's working right now is how people are packaging the experience of what it is to work with them. And you do that through your messaging and your content. The second strategy that we're seeing that's really working right now is your personalized communication. And here's what I mean by this: personalized one-on-one communication. Guys, and I see this still with our clients because it is the most challenging thing for us to do. For some reason, for us to send somebody a personal message through Messenger or Instagram or LinkedIn, it's like the death of, what we have to do as a CEO for people. If you are not connecting with people one-on-one, it is hurting your business and you are missing out on a lot of clients. and not just clients, but referral partners and collaboration partners. This matters right now so much because as consumers, right? We are all consumers. Even though we use these social media platforms as marketers of our business, we are also consumers. We are overloaded and we are skeptical. People want to feel seen and they want to feel valued. And how better to show somebody that you see them and that you value them for being a part of your like Facebook world or Instagram world than by sending them a quick personal DM. Many of you get voice notes from me. This goes 10 times further than any broadcasted social media post that you put out there. Buyers trust humans, not people that are just like content dumping and seem like bots. It's a big, big deal. Okay. So 2 things that I do. Every single person that comes into this group, we send you a personal message and we'll say something like, hey, Marnie, this is Gina from the Ignite Your Influence on Social Facebook group. And I just want you to know that you are not just a name inside of a group. You are also a human. And I wanted to personally welcome you and say hello. By the way, is there anything in particular that's challenging as it relates to your marketing that you would love for me to do a training on? I'm happy to do that. Or maybe I can share a resource. So I asked that question because I literally want to direct you to a resource that we have. You see? And like, I am being genuine and I'm being real. This is just me. Whether you ever work with me on a paid level or not does not matter. There are billions of people in this world. It is okay. But if I can help you, even guide you with a resource or just make your day feel better because some stranger reached out to you, like I'm happy to do that. I believe in energetics. I believe in law of attraction. And it is how I have been successful now for 17 years running my own agency. So there's one. I'm going to give you another great thing to do. Okay. When you get a friend request on your personal profile, let's say like on Facebook, for example, or you friend request somebody and they accept, either one, beat them to sending you a message. Send them a message right away and say, hey, Marnie, just wanted to say thank you so much for connecting in my Facebook world. I hope you're having a fabulous day. And I'm just being social because what's the point of social if we're not going to be social? Would love to stay connected. That is it. I am not trying to tell you to, check out my workshop that's coming up. I'm not trying to sell you something. I just want to say hello to you and stay connected with you. Okay. So this does 2 things for you being on social media. Number 1, guess what? Marnie is going to start seeing more of my content when I post on my personal profile, especially if we're friends. So that does that too. Number 2, I'm building a relationship. Okay. I'm building a relationship with you. That is so important, right? So let me give you 2 examples. One, if you're a network marketer, okay, instead of saying or blasting, who wants more energy, DM me in your stories, right? How about sending somebody that you are already connected to and that maybe you saw something of theirs or you know something about them. Maybe you have somebody that you're connected to that you know is a nurse and works crazy ass hours. And you say something like, hey, Sarah, I know you've been juggling long shifts and marathon training. Okay. Maybe this person's a runner. I just thought of you because one of my clients said the supplement has cut her afternoon crash in half. Want me to send you more details or more info? Now, of course, you don't want to just like cold message somebody that, all right? That's why it's important to build relationships. And you start with like a welcome message or a hello message. And then you get to know them because you're seeing what they're putting out there. All right. Another example, if you're a coach or a consultant, instead of a generic connection request like on LinkedIn, right? You could say something like, hey, Ivy, I noticed that you just launched a new product or that your business just launched a new product that is so awesome. Quick question. Are you finding it hard to find people that are interested in that? Or is it more about converting the people that you're already connected to? Just ask an open-ended question. Or, hey, how are registrations going for that workshop, right? Again, it depends on what type of consulting you do. Okay. So that's strategy number 2 is you need to elevate your communication with one-on-one personalization. Really important. Okay. All right. My last one, number 3, and this one is honestly just an incredible, like revolutionary strategy for you to do in your business. And so many of you aren't taking advantage of this. And if there's any other time to do so, then back when this first started, it is now. And that is live video, not just recorded video, live video. So here's the truth. People, as I said earlier, they buy from people they feel they like, trust, and know. Nothing fast tracks any type of content more than live video. I have done over 1,500 live videos over the course of 2013-ish or so, very refined over the course of the last 8 years. so refined. This is one of the things that our agency gets hired to create, to produce for a lot of the so-called influencers, high profile personal brands that are out there. We do this for them behind the scenes. We help produce it for them. We create their topics for every week. We do the pre-promotion behind their live streams. And this is what I have been teaching to our mastermind programs also for years. And obviously, this is what I do in my own business. And that's why I do it. And that's why I teach it. And that's why we get hired to do it, because I know it works. Live video gives your audience a real-time experience of your energy, your expertise, and your personality, right? It builds trust and authority faster than any static post or any polished reel. In fact, the less polished, the better. You're getting the raw and the real, right? It creates a memorable experience. It's so important. A memorable experience is how people are going to remember you, because there are hundreds of thousands of people that do the same thing that you do that they could choose over you. Why do they choose you? Because you are creating that memorable experience. Because you're probably thinking, okay, yeah, live video, but I don't even know, like, how can I come up with content that people are going to care to watch? So if, for example, you're a network marketer and you sell supplements, okay, you could go live with 3 energy hacks every busy mom needs by noon. Very specific, right? We're adding specificity to this. So you show yourself making that shake live. Let's just pretend, right? One of the energy hacks is a shake. You show yourself actually like whipping up that shake while you're talking about it. You give 2 non-product tips, okay? 2 tips that don't have anything to do with the product. You share a personal quick story about you and or about your clients, and then you weave in your actual product. So you're teaching, you're not just selling, right? They're going to trust you more for that. You're going to be more resonant. You're going to be more relevant to them. This is a piece that a lot of people miss in their videos, and I see it quite often. You're showing your product, but you're not sharing any story behind it. Like, oh my gosh, I'm in such a rush to get out the door and I couldn't grab something to eat. So this is what I'm grabbing today. Let me tell you what this does for me. So every time I drink this, it blah, right? Like you give a reason or a story of what it does for you. But you need to add that story behind it. Don't just go straight to the product. Nobody gives a shit about your product, just saying. They care about the experience that they're going to experience when they use that product, okay? Let's say you are a business consultant or a marketing consultant. You could go live with why your content isn't converting and 3 quick fixes to fix that. But before you jump into those 3 quick fixes, you're going to share a client story, you're going to break down the mistake, and then you share how to fix it, right? So your viewers, they leave thinking, okay, I get it. If this is free, I can only imagine what it's like to work with that person, right? That's the idea. And so again, if you want to thrive, show up online. You need to create an experience that your audience doesn't want to forget. And so by packaging your value, personalizing your communication, and leaning into the power of live video, you are going to build a profitable personal brand that actually is monetizing your genius, and people can't wait to work with you. So if you want to learn how to do that, the exact steps that really, once you learn this, it becomes like a rinse and repeat model for you, system for you and your business that you just do every single week. You guys see me go live every single week. Every single week, I go live with a new topic. Every single week, I pre-promote it. Every single week, we offer the replay. Every single week, we are sharing inside of DMs people that have commented they want help with this or help with that, or they want the guide or whatever it is, right? There is a system. I'm not like doing this off the fly every week. This is pre-planned. And that's how things actually work in your business. And you create that compound effect. All right. I'll see you later.